Spring has sprung, and that means it's time to revive this nasty old Coop. I was not actually ready to start at this point, but I seen poop on the shelves and just kind of started scraping. And right about here, you're going to see my common sense kick in as I go get a mask and put my purse away. And this is my reminder to you to wear a mask when you're cleaning your coop, even if you think it's just a little bit, because you will smell ammonia. I just alternated back and forth between scraping poop and wiping it off with the broom until I felt like the shelves were clean enough for chickens. Never fear, that egg is ceramic.
The chickens won't leave me alone. They keep knocking my phone over and they're driving me absolutely insane. In their defense, I am messing up their house right now. They worked really hard on getting that poop stacked up.
Now that the poop bars are clean, we're going to move on to getting all of this bedding out of here. At first, I was just using a broom and a dustpan to do this, and that worked pretty decent for the top layer. I got about 5 bins full of stuff to tote over to the pile. Y'all will see a few parts edited out of this, mostly because either my chickens were pecking the phone too much for it to be enjoyable, or I accidentally stuck my butt right up in the camera and y'all don't need to see that. Right about here is where I realized that this dustpan did not have the scraping capabilities I require for this project. And about here is where I got the good sense to bring in a rake and a shovel and do this with some stronger tools. We used the deep bedding method this winter, so this was a real deep clean out. And what I noticed is that this side of the coop over here got really, really mucked up. This side used to be where the door was until we put in the automatic coop door. And we also, when they were younger, used to have a little bit of water allowed in the coop. And the ducks would really, really destroy this area. So I'm not surprised that it was such a rough cleanup. It definitely could have been worse. And if you're not sure what that is, those are layers of poop stuck to the floor that I was cleaning up there. Now this side over here was a complete breeze. They barely poop over here, so it was really just picking up the stuff and then sweeping it out, which you'll see in a few. No, I did not get more chickens.
Then who was that?
Who? Huh?
That one.
Oh, she's been here. She's just been in a little thing. There were 4 of them. The other 3 died, so I just let her out.
What? I had no idea. That's why you bought more chickens.
No. Don't come in here, please. It's still really bad.
I know. I wasn't. I was just gonna ask you.
I did about 6 bins with the shovel, and then I took a break to hydrate. Don't forget to drink your water, y'all. It's going to be hot out here soon. Well, back to it then. I didn't even realize until I watched this clip back that I created a whole ass dust storm inside my coop. Yet another reason why we wear a mask while we're cleaning out the chicken coop. And y'all, this is not a little COVID mask. This is a respirator mask. I know it's not a fancy one with all the nozzles and such, but it is a cheap respirator mask. Make sure you're not using a little COVID mask. One thing I absolutely love about this coop, which is actually just the back of a building that was already here when we moved in, is that the doors open up really big. So I have these 2 double doors you're seeing right behind me, which you'll see me open up in just a second. And then there's also about a 6-foot door closer to the camera, which was opened earlier in the video. It makes it a million times easier to just swipe out the leftover dirt right out the door. And would y'all believe it, there is a whole ass concrete floor down here. So now y'all are sitting on the other side of the coop, and over here where you're seeing me is by that smaller 6-foot door. If you're thinking about being a homesteader, please make sure you're comfortable with poop, because you're going to have a lot of it. Alright, so now y'all are back over here by the 6-foot door, and I'm scraping out where they used to come in and out of the coop before we put that automatic door in, and it was a mess. So I had this just sitting in the front side of the chicken building, and I figured it was time to put it to good use. This video is sped up, y'all. There's no way I would have gotten it done that quickly. It took quite a while to get through all the chickens without accidentally bulldozing any of them. And once I got to this point, it would finally just roll, so I rolled it on into the coop. Time to close up the single door, and we'll slide the shelf right in front. I took out some of the wood inserts to try to make it more nesting box size. I can't tell if the noises I'm hearing out there are my chickens or my children. I can't tell if it's Bagog or mine. I think it's the chickens. Because if it was a mom, they would have found me by now. They know I'm in the coop. Oh, it sounds like maybe it's the kids yelling at each other mixed with the chickens. There we go. They're not looking for me. They're playing on the something. Probably the trampoline or something. At least they're entertained and enjoying themselves. Boy. As long as they're being loud outside, I don't care that they're being loud. video game. Alright, so we've got this lined with tarp now. That's just going to make it easier to clean. And I'm going to go get some straw to put in here. I don't have the actual like nesting pads like I'd eventually like to put in, or either the fake grass. But straw will work for now, and it'll probably maybe deter them from kicking all the bedding out of there because it's different from what they have on the floor, maybe. I think I'm also going to give them back their favorite nesting boxes because for some reason they love these 2 boxes to death. We're just going to make it work on the shelf again. I'm just going to stand that bad boy back up like we had it propped back up before we made it. See if I can get it done today. See if I can like slide it in perfectly. No. It doesn't want to hang out in this spot as much as it did. Okay, let's see if that works. That might be as good as I get. But for some reason they love this box, so they're getting it. Probably do both of them with this. Let's see if I can make that stretch to both of them. Let's see. Maybe, maybe not. If not, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just keep that on the bottom for these. It's going to be so much easier to clean when they get out of them. I just hope they don't get deterred by the fact that it's glue, but hopefully they'll just use a straw once I put it in there and be fine with that. Yes, honey? Huh? Uh-huh. I got one too. What you gonna do? I got one too.
You're just smaller.
After I finished with the nesting boxes, my wonderful husband came in to help me put in some roosting bars. I've been wanting to put natural roosting bars in the coop all winter, and it is spring and it is finally becoming a reality, and I'm so excited. This one up here is so cool, y'all. My husband was like, why don't we just stick this whole thing up here? And I was like, that is awesome. Because this one was a little bit heavier, we did add an extra screw on the thicker side. And I had to have him do the screwing on this part because I'm too short. At this point, the chickens were getting a bit annoyed with us because it was dark and the coop was open, and they were like, what is going on here? Now all of the nesting boxes have at least a little bit of hay. Now I gotta close these doors up. Hey, stop pecking it. Ooh. Okay. That hurt. I don't know if y'all could see it because the chickens were in the way, but I splintered the crap out of myself. Now that the doors are closed, we have a little area for the ducks.
I definitely would like to be adding some swings in here very soon. Probably even tomorrow if I get to it. That would be great. They seem to be very happy about the fact that they're getting bedding back. They were very confused earlier. Watch out, guys. The ducks are going to get less bedding in their area because I'm going to have to redo that way more frequently. So they will basically get enough to last them a couple days, and then I'm just going to have to redo it every couple days, at least for the summertime. I'm going to put quite a bit back here where their roosting bars are, because that's where their coop's going to fall. I hope that they use these new ones, and they like them better than the shelves, because the shelves are a pain in the butt to clean. They were just kind of here when we moved in, and we used them. But now that we have the time and energy to do better, I really hope they're going to like these. Everybody chill. So these chickens, ducks, are going to be integrated tonight. They have been free ranging together for almost a month now, and they've done really well. So we are going to do a lights out integration tonight. They've already experienced like being able to walk through each other's runs, or not runs, coops, walk through each other's space, have a shared space between their space. So this is really the last step tonight, and I'm so excited about it. It's going to make my life a million times easier.
Anyway, just got this one last section up here for bed. And I can go get my ducks and put them where they belong. And everybody can start with their first night of lights out integration. Let's see how that goes. Well, that's not a technical term. I just say that because we're integrating them with the lights out. So basically we put them to bed, turn off the lights, and everybody sleeps, and in the morning they're usually glued. That's the way we've done it so far, and it's worked. So now the ducks are down in their area, everybody's in the coop, and it is time to turn off the lights. Real quick, I almost forgot to put the fake eggs in the nesting boxes. Don't want them laying on the shelves. Let's see if, well, they're already pooping in there. That's not good. Let's see if I can get, don't touch it. I love my life. Isn't it great? Put one there. Last one. Go ahead and plop that bad boy on the bottom, so maybe they'll get used to the new nesting boxes and still like their old one, hopefully. All right, let's get out of here. Good night, ladies.